Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Love Snow Real Talk, your daily Olympic debrief. I'm two-time U.S. Paralympian Dani Aravich, soon to be three. I think my first race is about, oh gosh, 20 days away till the Paralympic Games in Milan Cortina, but we are focused right now on the Olympics. And today we have some exciting guests, and we are covering today's men's GS as well as the women's dual moguls. So let's jump right into it with our first guest. We were hoping to get one of the athletes, not gonna lie. We are trying to get Olivia Giacchio onto our show today, but the women are busy celebrating because Team USA showed up and showed out for dual moguls today. We are welcoming instead from the team Matt Ganoza, who is the high performance director from US Ski and Snowboard, to tell us all about the exciting day for Team USA. So, welcome, Matt, to the show.
Hey, Danny, thanks for having me, even though I was second, third, maybe fourth or fifth choice. But
I
good, good,
mean,
good to be here.
we got to give the girls some love today. So, tell us what it was like for Team USA today as they tackled this competition. 2 medals on the day, silver and bronze, as well as 4 in the top 6.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable day. Long awaited debut of dual mogul skiing in the Olympic Games. On the World Cup level, we've been dueling since 1995 and trying to position that sport or that discipline of our sport to be represented in Olympic Games. Big kudos and shout out should go to longtime FIS athlete rep Hannah Carney for leading the charge on that. One of the most decorated mogul skiers of all time from the U.S. And another big pat on the back goes to our FIS race director Andre Rinaldi for pulling this off here in Italy. Couldn't be a more picture perfect day with the newly fallen snow. Who doesn't like a little powder on a dual mogul course to kind of soften up those bumps and landings? And boy, did the athletes let it fly today. We were lucky enough in the U.S. That the brackets worked out really well for us. Jalen Koff, Silver J, grabbing another silver medal in for us in dual moguls, and then Elizabeth Lemley and Jakara battling it out for the gold as well in the early rounds, and Jakara taking that and going on to take the win, and then Liz finishing up third today, beating out the great Perrine Lafont, another gold medalist. So lots of hardware on the dual mogul podium from past and present Olympic Games. So it was not an easy podium to break onto. And all of those athletes should be commended. I mean, deep field today in that as well, right? Rounding out our top 8, Tess Johnson from the U.S. in 5th place, followed by teammate Olivia Giacchio in 6th. And then Japan on the podium with Hanako Tomitaka and then Anastasia Goroko from Kazakhstan in the top 8 as well. And all of those athletes, I didn't see one easy duel all day. It was a tough
Wow.
day to be a judge out there, picking the
Yeah.
winners of those duels. And the girls put on an absolutely amazing performance out there. So a great debut for dual moguls. So kudos to everyone involved with that.
Well,
Thomas.
incredible job to the US team and congrats to all your athletes. What can we expect tomorrow from the men's side?
Whew, you're going to see even faster skiing and bigger jumps. There is a stacked field on the bracket that just came out a couple hours ago. Obviously led by the great Michael Kingsbury, probably the greatest mogul skier of all time, with over 100 World Cup wins. Chasing down Michael will be uh, Ikuma Hiroshima from Japan. The great Walter Wahlberg out of Sweden is one to look out for as well. He's buried right there in the middle of those brackets, and he is an absolute missile down that mogul course. So you're going to be looking for some amazing stuff from the international field. On the U.S. side, if I'm being just a tiny bit selfish, Nick Page and Dylan Walzak are set to make some runs at some of these heavy hitters. And again, it's dual moguls. You never know what's going
You
to
never
happen out
know.
there, right? One little bobble or mistake or
Mhm.
miss take off, and it's anyone's game. So action definitely not to be missed. If you're in the Livigno Valley here, head over to the Lamb venue over at the Livigno Aerial Mogul venue. And before the duels start, you can catch a little aerial training. And then the
Ooh.
aerial training kind of wraps up and takes you right into the duel. So it's full of action over there. Definitely worth checking out.
And we saw someone specific was checking it out. Someone maybe by the name of Snoop Dogg might have been at the
Ah,
the competition. So here's Olivia talking to Snoop. Did you get to meet Snoop yourself?
I did not, because you couldn't get close to Snoop over there. It was a training day, and then all of a sudden, a massive crowd came in, and you were saying, "Hey, what's going on over here?" And a snowmobile came up over the horizon, and on the back was Snoop, and he learned a
Wow.
few things. Here he is learning a little bit of a mogul wiggle, if you would, from Olivia. So
So cool.
it was definitely a treat for all the fans over there, as well as the athletes, especially. I think Snoop maybe set a record for selfies with athletes over there at the venue.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Matt, so much for joining us, and good luck to your athletes competing tomorrow. And tell the girls to go celebrate hard tonight.
You got it. Take care, you guys. Thanks for having me. Bye bye.
Thanks. And our next guest we get to welcome, I'm very excited about. She races tomorrow in GS, Cassidy Gray. She's one of Canada's Alpine rising stars, an Olympian from British Columbia who's already competing on this world stage and representing the next generation of Canadian skiing. So, welcome, Cassidy. Thank you for giving us time the night before your big race.
Yeah, no worries. Nice to see you, Dani.
We are excited to talk through before we hear more about what you're excited about tomorrow. Tell us what you saw today in the men's GS with Lucas winning the first ever South American gold medal at the games, followed by the two Swiss athletes. What did you see out there today when you were
Well,
watching?
I actually didn't know that was the first ever South American. I knew Brazilian for
Yeah.
sure, but wow, that's very, very cool. I mean, it was a very fun race for a viewer. I don't know if it was maybe as fun for the athletes because it looked like a super challenging course and the conditions
Mm-hmm.
were very challenging. But we saw a lot of extremely high level skiing today, which was sweet. So we had Lucas winning, which was huge for him, for his country, for his legacy, everything. I think a lot of people love to see that. I mean, yeah, the emotion in his
Oh,
faces. It was emotional to watch for us
yeah.
too. And then Odermatt in second. He skied great. He came down with I think 6/10 in the lead, and that would have been hard to beat. And Lucas did
Yeah.
it, so that's pretty incredible. And then Luc Maillard, and these two actually were in the team event together just a few days ago, winning a medal together, and now they both have their individual medals too. So
Oh,
I think honestly, that
so cool.
podium made me really happy. There was a lot of good skiing from those three, but also a lot of other competitors on the field. Like Marco Schwartz had a great run. Joan Verdu had a great run. Atle McGrath. Like there were some deep punches in that second run, but yeah, it was sweet to watch. It was really really cool to watch.
Were there any big surprises to you from the top 10 today?
I would say no. I think these are like, to be
Heavy
honest,
hitters.
all the men's races, they're so competitive right now
Mm-hmm.
that everything needs to align so perfectly because all of
Mm-hmm.
these guys are at such high levels right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the one thing that just about the race in general that had me like, what the hell, was Zubchik's goggles came off in the middle of his race,
Oh!
like fully fell off, and he wasn't even like halfway down, and he did
Oh
the
my
entire
gosh.
rest of the run without them and actually skied really, really good. He like pulled because they were first over here, pulls them down, keeps going. It's snowing. He's going fast, like an absolute gangster. He just keeps going, and he actually had like a pretty solid run too. All of that considered, so that was crazy.
Wow.
That was like the biggest surprise for me is being able to survive without goggles.
Yeah, any big crashes today? I know the other day we saw a lot
Yeah.
in some of the other Alpine events. Were there any big
Mhm.
crashes today?
No, no crashes. I guess Van Azer went out second run, which was kind of disappointing because he was doing really well before that. He was skiing great, and then he just had a hip slide. It wasn't anything too serious, but I didn't see any big crashes, which is honestly better for the viewers. I know some people think it's exciting, but as another athlete, I hate watching people crash. I hate watching them go
Mhm.
down. It stresses me out. I'm like scared for them. So honestly, I'm glad there weren't any crashes, but yeah, it was pretty low key in that way.
Okay, good, because that Super G the other day for the women, it seems like about half the field crashed out.
Essentially half, yes. It was
Which it
close to
was
that.
like, get you survive and you're in the medal
Mhm.
contention, it seems
Mhm.
like that day.
Exactly,
Well,
exactly.
tomorrow you get to compete in GS, so what are your emotions going into it? What are your expectations? How are you feeling on your training runs?
Well, I've trained the last 2 days GS. I was doing a lot of speed, obviously, before that with
Mhm.
all the speed races. But the last 2 days, I felt pretty good on my GS skis. GSs will always be my little baby. It's like my comfort zone. So I'm excited to get back to a little bit more turning and stuff. I don't know. I think I had so many expectations for all these other races, and I just think I'm gonna try to ski aggressive and go out with a free
Mhm.
mind. And my coach loves to use the word violent. I'm gonna ski violently. So
Oh!
that's kind of my mindset going into tomorrow. But numbers wise, it's really hard to put a number on what you want because it's so
Mhm.
dependent on other people. So yeah,
Mhm.
just ski violent. That's the goal.
Ski violent, okay, what does ski violent mean to you? Because, for just hearing that, I'm like, that makes me think of crashing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think for me, it's like be aggressive, like
Mhm.
don't give anything anywhere, like literally die for hundredths of a second on every
Mm.
single turn. And that's kind
Is
of
it taking risks?
yeah. Oh yeah. And
Okay.
tomorrow it's like the day to take risks. Like it's top three or nothing. And I mean, for me, I'm starting 34, so really nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great attitude, and I feel like sometimes your best performances are when you're not expected to be on the
Mhm,
medal stand, like, that's where you can surprise people
mhm.
and really show up and show out. So, how have you seen, Canadian alpine skiing really change and develop since you've been in the sport and where you guys are at now in Milano Cortina?
I think the last 10 years, like 5 years, kind of this younger contingent and including like Mitch and Aaron and those girls has been so incredible to watch. Like as me being a ski fan myself, it's been so incredible watching my teammates like succeed in the ways that they have the last little bit. And I think it's so contagious too. Like our men's
Mm,
team, they were kind of the first of like our general age group to start hitting the podiums. We were like, wait, they can do that. Like we want to do that too. And so now like we now have like two world champions on our team between men and women. We have an
wow.
Olympic medalist. We have people who have won World Cups. We have
Mhm,
lots of podiums of World Cups, like probably hundreds of top tens. It's honestly, it just like gets all of us amped. And especially like on the women's side, we're all super, super close. But even with the boys, like we don't see them that often, but they're all some of my good friends. And I really feed
mhm,
off their energy too. So seeing them do well, it really just builds. And I mean, the sport's not huge in Canada. So
mhm.
it's good to see like this success kind of builds people's excitement. And I think Canada can feel it a little bit. They can feel that we got something special coming on this
Ugh.
team right.
Love that. I'm gonna say go Canada. Sorry,
Yeah.
US. Team North America. Team North America. Well,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
we do think Canada is one of the best dressed at the games. So let's move into our hot takes of the
Yeah.
game so far.
Yeah, I feel like oh, here we go.
Ooh, the fit. Okay, this one is controversial. I feel like whether people love it or hate it because people say it's the reverse cloak. Like, what do you think the
Yeah.
stylistic design was with your opening ceremony kit?
Honestly, I think it's very fashion forward. I think it's like
Okay.
it's looking at different shapes and different textures and bringing that all together. I think you need to have like a little bit of a fashion mindset. Like this, you're not just wearing this to the grocery store. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing this to the grocery
Will you
store.
ever wear yours again?
I think
And
so
where would
because
you wear it?
I like wearing crazy stuff. I think that's
Okay.
like part of kind of and I think my mom and my sisters will too because they're just like me as well. But it's so funny, like with this outfit, me and Val posted a little video and we thought it was so cute. We were like, everybody's gonna love this. We have had so many haters of this
Oh,
outfit. I'm like, what? Like, no, I think it's I personally I love it. And I think they did a great job.
okay.
And there's so much meaning between every little detail. Like even
Mhm.
those lines on the quilted maple leaf, there's 13 lines for each of the provinces and territories of Canada. Like everything is
Very
super,
cool.
super well thought out. And
Mhm.
I think it's beautiful, but some people don't agree.
I like your kits overall. They are something at the Paralympics I'm gonna try to trade for the most.
Nice.
But This is, I think, the most controversial piece because it also
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
it does confuse the viewer a bit. Not saying
For
US
sure.
is any better in terms of
The
art.
the eagle skirt, this is, like, Canada's
Oh,
version of the eagle skirt.
the
People are like,
eagle
"What is
skirt.
that for?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see some more from you and your girl squad here competing at the games. Oh! This one is phenomenal. This is great.
Oh my god, this is so
Why'd you
funny.
bring a wig to the game? Or
We travel with them, all 4
you
of us
travel
GS
with
girls, we all travel with pink bobs. I
w
got them for the girls at the beginning of the season, and we have just traveled with them. We'll wear them to dinner sometimes. We'll, like, dress up for, like, when we have an apartment, we'll do, like, pink wig dinner nights. Like, this is a very big part of our life on the road, which is so funny. But
I
yeah,
love
we
that,
and with
though.
that picture, that's so funny because we had our new suits and we took, like, a million pictures and videos trying to, like, reveal them, and I hated them all. I was like, "This is perfect."
Oh my gosh, that's fun. I like
Yeah,
that. I'm into the wig
it's
night
fun.
idea.
It's really fun,
Do you ever wear
especially
it
when
up to the
girls team.
competition?
We're bringing them to the finish tomorrow, so keep an
Okay.
eye out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that will be a great headline, like Canadian Alpine skiers wear
They all have
pink
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 bobs.
wigs on. That's fun. Is there
Yeah.
anything, in the Cortina village that has been going on that you can share with us from anything from food to other fashion to, I've seen some athletes are trying to date in the Olympic village as well. So any tea from the village you can share with the audience?
Honestly, I feel like in my little group, there's not a lot of, tea in terms of the dating and, like, intermingling. I think also right now is kind of a tough spot to get us in because 'cause we're
Mhm.
all just so focused on what we're
Mhm.
doing, so it's, like, not really the time or place, you know? But the food has gotten better, I would
Okay.
say.
Okay.
They are sneaking some tiramisu in there every now and then.
Ooh.
Uh, they do leave it in the freezer for a long time before, so when it comes out, it's normally frozen. I don't hate
Oh.
that though. I actually don't hate that. What
It's like the
else?
chocolate muffin of the Winter Olympic Games is the tiramisu. Is it that
Like, I don't
good?
know if
No.
people are, like, fighting over it, but it's
Yeah,
there. It's
fair,
definitely there.
fair.
What else? What other, like, fun things have been going on? There's a karaoke night, which is super random. I did not go, but
Fun,
I just thought that was, like, a fun little thing to throw in the Olympic Village. What
fun.
else? I just honestly, I love watching people like strut. We have this really long walkway that goes all the way down the village, and it's like the longest runway you've ever seen. People are just strutting their stuff down every day,
Ooh.
wearing their new fits. Everybody, like, honestly, there's some really cool outfits. Like Finland, I think this is maybe a hot take too, but I love Finland's. And
Ooh.
people think it looks like somebody got sneezed on. I think it looks great. I think they're beautiful. I like the US ones too, and some people
Okay.
also don't like there's always gonna be haters because fashion's
Yes.
so, like,
Have you made
subjective.
any clothing trades? I know pin trading's probably going on, but have you made any clothing trades to try to get some of this Finland or US gear?
I have not, and I think it comes down to I don't think I could ever wear another country's
That's
stuff.
fair.
Like, if I'm not
That's
emotionally connected to it in some way, you know? I don't know if I
yeah.
could like, my boyfriend's from Colombia, so
Oh.
I'll wear, like, his Colombia soccer jerseys or, like, his mom
Mm,
has all her Colombia stuff that she loved. I'll wear that because 'cause I'm
okay,
like, that I have an emotional connection to, but,
fair.
I don't know if I could wear another country's stuff. Maybe
Yeah, you're
shoes. Shoes is pretty
shoes, yeah. You're too Canadian. You could never be caught dead in something else. Well, we know you have to prep for your race tomorrow, so let's take a peek at what events are coming up tomorrow and what
Mhm.
everyone should be tuning into from the snow sports. So obviously, you competing amongst the other women.
Alpine skiing women, yup.
Yeah, GS run one.
Yeah.
We have as we heard, dual moguls for the men tomorrow.
Yeah, go
Snowboard,
Kingsbury. I love that Kingsbury shout out. That was sick.
yes. Snowboard cross. We got team qualification. Cross country men tomorrow in the 4x7.5 relay. I got to watch this today, and it was a thrilling race. If anyone didn't see the women's 4x7.5K, crazy where Sweden was vastly potentially in the lead for a while, and a huge fall on the slushy snow brought Ebba down. She ended up losing her ski, losing her binding, broke off. She's skiing in on one ski. She's trying to find her coach to give her another ski so she can go do the handoff. And her coach falls in the slushy snow running to give her a ski. It was the wildest thing. So they get put pretty far back, like a minute back, and they make up the deficit to get the silver. So shout out Team Sweden for the women's cross country today. And you can tune into the men's. We have more from snowboard cross, women's alpine, ski jumping, and then the freestyle big air from the men. So, Cassie, we are so looking forward to watching you compete tomorrow. We wish you and all of the other Canadian women good luck and enjoy your Olympic event. You're going to crush it. Bib 34 tomorrow, but number one in our hearts. So thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Of course, and thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of the FIS I Love Snow daily recap of the Olympic Games. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Europe time for another episode, and we can catch up on all things snow sports. So thank you everyone for joining, and we'll talk to you soon.